Hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining me back on my channel, Hierarchy of Reads. My name is Tiffany, and today I'm here with something a little bit different. It's not really very bookish, but what I want to share with you are some of the things that I've really been loving for the first half of 2020. As I'm filming this, it's only May 23, so it's not a literal half, but you get the idea. I wanted to do this video because I really love when other people share with me the different kind of things that they enjoy beyond reading, whether that be a beauty product, whether that be something that they're eating or drinking, whether that be an online service, anything. I really enjoy these kind of videos because number one, I get good ideas of things that I should check out, but then also because I get to know a little bit more about them in a sense. And so if that is something that you are interested in, please continue watching. I'm going to be sharing some TV shows, some music, some beverages that I've been drinking, and that kind of thing. So no books, just different random stuffs. So one of the first things that I want to talk about is a TV show that I have already binge watched and absolutely loved. And I think it is a Netflix original, but it is the show Dark. So Dark is a time-traveling mystery thriller, which is a very unique genre, and I absolutely loved it. It basically follows in the very beginning, some children go missing, and it starts to investigate why these children are missing, where they're going, what's happening, and that's really all I'll say because it's really hard to get into the plot without explaining a bunch of things that then give away other things, so I won't do that, but it's fantastic. I love, number one, the cinematography. Much like the show's name, Dark, I really like kind of darker visual themes and aesthetics. I love the angles, the way that they edit. I love the dark visuals and just the way that they portray things. Number two, I obviously like the plot and what they do with everything. When I first started watching this, I thought to myself, this could be either really, really good or one of those shows that's like fake deep, like where they throw in this big thing, like a big time traveling thing, and then it's really lame and doesn't really mean anything in terms of the plot. But so far this seems to be panning out pretty well and a lot better than what I honestly expected. And then part of one thing that I love so much about the show is going to lead into the next thing that I love, that I'm going to bring up, and that's the music. I loved the soundtrack for Dark. I love that kind of like ghostly, melancholic, like haunty vibe in songs. And so when I was looking through the soundtrack, I stumbled upon one of my favorite songs in the show. It's a song called Familiar, and I just love the way it sounds and the way it makes me feel. And so I looked up the artist. Her name is Agnes Obel, and I'll go ahead and link that specific song, but then you can check out other songs by her if you like it. But I just really love her sound and her style. So yeah, I love the show. I highly recommend it. I wish I could give you more information on what the show's about, but it's kind of one of those things that you just kind of have to experience for yourself. But I will say that I don't know anybody who has watched it that hasn't absolutely loved it. Kind of along with the music theme, one of the next things that I want to share that I've really been loving so far is my Spotify playlist. I really spent time cultivating a playlist. The playlist that I have been listening to most, I'll also actually link that in the description box below just in case anybody is interested. So yes, I'm happy that I spent time kind of developing that playlist for myself. Another thing that I have really been loving so far in 2020 is actually the daily Stoic calendar for 2020 that I purchased at the beginning of the year. And so basically it's just one of those tear-off calendars. And each day starts with a different Stoic quote. And I absolutely love it because number one, it kind of gives me something to look forward to in the mornings, I guess, which maybe sounds weird, but like I just really look forward to seeing what the new quote is going to be every morning. I really like Stoic philosophy. I don't agree with it all, but I do enjoy it. And so it's kind of fun because either way, I'll either get a quote that I agree with and I find valuable and it gives me something to kind of think about for the rest of the day, or I'll read something that I disagree with, and then the whole day I'm just kind of thinking in my head about why I disagree with it, should I disagree with it, what merit does the idea have that maybe I'm not considering. So either way, it's thought food, I guess. And so I really do enjoy getting up every morning and tearing off the new page. It's kind of fun. Another thing that I discovered very, very recently that I absolutely love is a tea, and that is Harney & Sons teas, and it's the hot cinnamon sunset tea. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. But this smells like Christmas, if I can open it. Yeah, this smells like cloves and cinnamon. I love the taste of cinnamon, and there's a tea, I think by Bigelow, that's called like Bengali spice tea or something, and I really like that tea, but it's a little bit too sweet. And so this one tastes a lot like it, but it has a stronger black tea blend, so it's not quite as sweet. I didn't even know this was a thing, but recently I learned that the tannins in tea can sometimes have bad effects in people. And so what I was finding is I really love English breakfast tea, but I was finding that every time I drank it I would get nauseous and have like a mild headache. And I thought to myself, I have to be making this up. This isn't a thing. I've never heard of somebody getting nauseous over tea. But then I looked it up, and some people say that the tannins can make some people feel nauseous like that. So since discovering that, I've kind of been scared to try different black teas, but this one doesn't make me feel nauseous. And so that's also a plus. I recently made a kind of bigger than normal purchase for me, and I bought a record player for myself because I have one record, which is of course Hozier. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm at this point pretty much just obsessed with Hozier. He's my all-time favorite. I love his music so much. And when his Wasteland Baby album came out, before the concert, I purchased a t-shirt, and it came a bundle, so I got the record and the t-shirt. So I've had this record sitting on my bookshelf forever, and I've been wanting to play it, but I couldn't justify purchasing a record player for one record. I finally caved and did it anyways, mostly because I thought to myself, if I have a record player, then once everything opens back up, I have an excuse to go to record shops and get used records. And I really love the sound of records, and I love like the hunting for them. It's Audio Technica, and I'll link the specific model in the description box below if anybody's interested, because I don't remember what it was. I like the way that it looks, and also I've read good reviews, and I know a couple people who have an Audio Technica, and they like it as well. And so far it's served me well. I hook it up to my wireless speaker, and I'm just happy as can be playing, my Wasteland Baby album while I'm cleaning or cooking. So yes, I absolutely love that. I just have a couple more things to share, and they're both kind of like online streaming services. And the first one is called Daily Burn. It's an online streaming workout service, and now that our gyms are closed and now that we can't go anywhere, I've really been enjoying it. There's so many different kinds of workouts on there. They have a daily workout that you can get access to, hence the name Daily Burn. But then also they have other fitness programs, and so I started off doing one called Live to Fail, which I really loved because number one, I love the underlying philosophy of that, which is basically like in order to succeed, you must accept failure and you must fail multiple times to succeed. And I really just like that philosophy and mentality. And I also liked the workout. I will say that I think that the workout overall is a little bit more focused on upper body than I would prefer, but it did include all those components, and I did like it. I've also done some of the yoga workouts, and I really like those. They have different levels as well, and also right now I'm doing a kickboxing program, which I really like. I look so silly and ridiculous doing it, but I really like it. It makes me feel pumped up and ready for the day, and like I can kick ass and take names if I want to.
This is awkward.
So yeah, I really like that. And the second streaming service, and the final thing that I have to share with you today, is Skillshare. I restarted up my Skillshare account because they were offering like 2 months of free service. So I've watched a couple of video editing classes, just kind of the basics. I have also been taking vocal classes because I used to love choir and love singing, but I've noticed that some of my basic skills, like my breathing and technical aspects of singing I've forgotten over time, and so that's really been kind of helping me build up. Also, I'm working on my vocal range, so that kind of also, you know, helps me with some vocal exercises that maybe I forgot about before. I also really like watching some organizational videos. I'm obviously not paid to promote any of these services or shows or any products or anything like that. These are just things that I really have been enjoying and have been making my 2020, but also my quarantined 2020 a little bit more fun or productive. That's all that I have for you today. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and until then, be well.